onda pina. Pera. Acreditou que eu era milionário. YouTubers, tão verdade, Maré, estamos aí para ver o vídeo de Cristiano Ronaldo contra Mark Robert, contra um robô. Vlog da Lisboa Games Week, aqui a nossa Silviazinha, no vlog, que é a namorada do meu puto Ribeiro. Temos aqui muitos momentos engraçados para vocês verem, meus caros amigos. Estamos aí o Zorlac, eu a rasgar o Zorlac todo. Vejam o vlog que está na descrição, o link do canal de vlogs, meus putos. Mas está aqui uma partezinha. Espera aí, que quer mostrar uma parte. Espera aí. Acho que é aqui. Como é que há meninos a querer me desafiar, olha. Imagina só um menino daqueles, olha.
Olha. Nada mal.
Já bate. A máquina até fez... Imagina o anão a levar com esta. Foda-se, como caralho. Até andava de lado.
This is the world's greatest goalkeeper because it's a robot and it's really, really fast. And this is Ronaldo, the world's greatest soccer player.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
So the question becomes, what happens when the world's greatest player faces off against the world's greatest keeper? And to even get to this point, I had to survive the toughest of coaches.
Don't cut the corner!
The strongest of legs.
Let's go!
A lot of failure and a little blood.
Look at my hand!
But all that started for me right here at the most iconic football stadium in the world when I was invited to play in the Sidemen charity match. And I came ready to play.
Left back! Mark!
Football we could ever play, 90,000.
My second favorite moment was when Speed tried to outspeed me.
Challenge from Mark Rober.
Because my first favorite moment was when I got to take a penalty kick and score a goal in front of 90,000 of my closest friends. Now, to say this was a dream of a lifetime would be an understatement. I've been playing soccer my whole life, starting at 5 years old, and that's the kind of moment you only dream about as a kid. The problem was, now that I realized how good that felt, I couldn't shake the idea that somehow I'd missed my life's calling to compete at the highest level with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, normally, because I'm generally uncoordinated, when I need to compete at the highest level, I just rely on my brain, which means I know what it feels like to be a world-class bowler, a world-class field goal kicker,
That's my boy!
world-class darts player, jigsaw champion, domino layer, and golfer. And so while that was a reliable plan B, if I was ever gonna have a chance to actually compete in a sport with my raw athletic talent, this would be my best shot. So with the cheers of Wembley still ringing in my ears, I made my way back.
Você não conhece mesmo nada de pessoal de youtubers, mas... Quantidade de youtubers bacanas deve haver aí, mano. Este gajo parece mesmo fixe. Pá. O gajo faz bué de cenas destas então com robôs e o caralho, não? Nunca ouvi falar deste gajo. Pá, não estou mesmo dentro do mundo do YouTube.
To the pitch to meet up with the one person I knew could prepare me for the debut of my professional career. The GOAT of American soccer himself.
Mark, what's up, bud?
Landon Donovan. How we doing? And I cut right to it.
Donovan. Foda-se, este gajo era o craque do FM, pá.
Asking if there's anything I would first need to know before going.
É o Donovan, o jogador, que jogava no DC United, acho eu. E passou selecionador, será isso? O gajo jogou lá fora também, né? Na Alemanha.
Going pro.
Okay, so you're training twice a day on the field.
Got it.
And then hour 15 in the gym every day.
Okay.
Olha se são mesmo. Donovan. Nem é assim que se escreve, mas... Não deve ser assim. Por acaso é. Não, é Donovan com. É este mesmo, já. Yeah. Chegou a estar no Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah. Mas jogava no LA Galaxy. Não era no DC United. Era no LA. Acho que era craque.
After that, calf raises, okay? 30 minutes a day, you're at home, calf raises. Every time you're running, ball at your feet all the time. What about your ice creams and your treats and your dessert? Lots of stretching, yoga, that's Pilates as well. Talking to a sports psychologist, keep your heart rate low while you're doing it. It's cutting, it's sprint, keep your hips mobile, running, jogging, it's massage. 6 more things.
Could you just write this down for me?
Just read my book.
Oh, it's come in audiobook?
Yes, it does.
It does? Okay, good.
Let me see what we're working with.
We started by running a 5-drill gauntlet to see if I had what it takes, starting with the simple exercise of kicking a ball straight up in the air. Easy enough? Oh boy.
No. Every time you mess up, you gotta take a lap.
What? Apparently this is a pretty common training technique for soccer.
Don't cut the corners!
My bad. With every mistake meaning a full lap around the field.
Try again. Oh, take a lap.
Drill number 2 was testing my aerial attack, where I had to practice heading a ball lifted up to Ronaldo's max jump height at 9.5 feet. Is it close? Must have been good, right?
Lap.
Soccer's hard. Test 3 was the banana kick,
Just like this.
where we had to put spin on the ball to bend it into the net.
Not bad.
I got a not bad.
Not good.
I got a not good. I know, lap.
Faster, please.
The next 2 tests involved speed and accuracy.
So just like this.
This one, we had to bomb a ball into the goal from halfway down the field.
That's pretty.
So I gave it a shot and actually made it pretty far. Away from the net.
Lap.
Dang it! But I was feeling optimistic about the final test, because that was aiming at targets at a much closer distance. So I was pretty sure I was running my last lap.
Don't cut the corner!
Barely cut!
All right, Mark. 4 targets, 4 balls.
I just had to hit the top right. Hit the post. And then the top left. And then the bottom right. And the bottom left. Oh, is that even possible?
É a diferença da edição, pá. Estas edições são boas, pá.
I mean, you could have just said yes.
Lap. Let's go. Corner!
It's like a foot, coach.
I love the effort. I'd stick to science, bud.
So with that resounding end to my professional soccer career,
Thanks, Landon.
it's time to start thinking like an engineer and initiate plan B. And so after consulting with the team for a
E logo a ideia era por aqui, não conseguia, então vamos fazer uma máquina para poder bater o Ronaldo.
little brainstorm, this was plan B. If I want to be the best soccer player in the world, I'll first need to defeat the best soccer player in the world. In other words, I need to switch
Bingo again.
positions and make it impossible for Cristiano Ronaldo to score a goal on me by building the world's greatest goalkeeper. But there's a problem with that. Ronaldo kicks the ball at 80 miles per hour, so it'll reach the goal line in just a quarter of a second. Now if our goalie's centered, then the maximum distance he has to travel is 12 feet. That means he'll need to yeet himself to 40 miles per hour, then slam back on the brakes to 0, all within 250 milliseconds. That's literally half the time it takes to blink. In other words, I'm gonna need some really big motors and a bunch of fancy cameras to track the ball so we can predict the trajectory after only a few milliseconds. For the fancy camera part, we got ourselves 12 high-speed infrared cameras. So while a normal camera sees me and Ian and anything else
Yeah, I feel real. Como é que é, Pereira?
that's randomly in the background, those 12 cameras only see one thing, this soccer ball. And that's because if you look real close on the soccer ball, we've got these little gray stickers called retroreflectors, whose surface is made up of tiny little glass spheres that bounce any light right back at the light source, like you see with those markers on the road or with road signs. So these cameras blast the scene with infrared light, and because they can only see infrared, the retroreflectors glow super bright relative to everything else. So when you compare exactly where the center of the bright spot is in all 12 images, and then do some really complicated math, you get a 3D position of where the ball is down to the nearest millimeter 500 times per second. For us, that means 6
Tecnologia é impressionante.
milliseconds after being kicked, we now have 3 data points that we can draw a line through to predict where the ball will end up. In other words, by the time Ronaldo's kick has traveled exactly this far, the goalie robot will already know exactly where it needs to be to block the shot. So we first needed to validate our tracking system by recording a kick that was faster than 70 miles per hour. And apparently Ian got Coach Landon's scouting report, because when I showed up, there were 2 D1 soccer players already there to take the kick instead of just asking me.
Ian, I specifically remember telling you I can do that for you.
I remember you saying that. I do.
But I'm nothing if not a team player, so I volunteered to get in goal.
I'm so confident.
Que é, Pereira, nessa de cobrimento, teve. Fosse o United lá deu a volta. Fico mesmo contente pelo Amorim, pá. Acredito que ele ainda consiga levar a equipa às competições europeias, pá. Agora estive a ver o calendário. É um calendário, pá, bacana para ganhar uns pontos, mano. Claro que é sempre difícil, tudo na Inglaterra, qualquer equipa é difícil. Foda-se, todos os jogos é uma eliminatória. Mas, pá, tem agora um calendário bacana nos próximos jogos. E já, pode fazer aqui os bons pontinhos para ficar na zona de Champions. Nossa, mano, não me digas nada, mano. Eu perdi ontem aos 90 e tal minutos. Sabem que também tive sorte nas outras, mas com a puta do Marselha, mano. O Marselha massacrou completamente e nos 94 minutos sofre o gol. Aí que puta da zia, mano. Que raiva. Já estava preparando a aposta de hoje e olha, já não fiz nada. Puta que os pariu. Aquele Marselha da merda. O Toulouse vai para o caralho. Manchester recebe o West Ham em casa. Vai a Wolves. Recebe o Bournemouth. Eu não fiz do PSG nem nada. Acordei. Esqueci-me completamente dos jogos. Olha, fui ao shopping com a minha moça. Quando chego a casa, estava o Benfica no intervalo. Só vi os jogos da noite. Estava o Benfica no intervalo. Pus Benfica a ganhar. Marselha. Atlético Madrid. E já não mandou outra. Foi 4 jogos. Eu vi para ali mais uma à noite. Já não sei quem que é. Pá, depois Aston Villa, que já é um bocadinho mais difícil, mas estes próximos 3 jogos, com o West Ham, o Wolves e o Bournemouth, pá, claro que isto na Inglaterra são todos difíceis, mas já. Mas o Marselha joga bem, pá. Estive a ver o jogo todo. Pá, curti bué de ver o Marselha a jogar, mano, foda-se. Já com o Sporting tinha visto e já tinha visto para aí mais um jogo deles. Os gajos têm um ataque do caralho, mano. E os gajos têm uma velocidade ali a pôr pressão, mano. Os gajos deram a volta ao jogo de uma maneira do caralho. Depois foram a sofrer naquele lançamento de merda. E alguém viu os golos do Tottenham? Foda-se. Os 2 minutos. Como é que gajos profissionais, mano, fazem aquilo, mano? Eu não consigo perceber, mano. Alguém viu o segundo golo que o Tottenham sofreu? Puta, fiquei chocado. Para quem não sabe, o guarda-redes sai da baliza. Pá, tem que se ver para explicar. O guarda-redes sai da baliza, vai até à linha. O que fico chocado para mim é que o guarda-redes teve uma má abordagem, né? Está com a bola na linha, depois em vez de mandar para fora isso para não arriscar, quis dar um pontapé para a frente, vai para o adversário. Não posso pôr aqui, mano. Isto é jogo. Eu nunca meto futebol aqui, que essas merdas das televisões é um problema. Vai para a equipa adversária. Os gajos, os defesas, em vez de proteger a baliza, não subiram. Como é que tu não tens ninguém na baliza e sobes, em vez de desceres para a baliza e estar alguém na baliza? Aí a puta, fiquei louco, mano. Que defesas burros, mano. A abordagem do guarda-redes foi horrível, mas o central, ao ver que o guarda-redes saiu da baliza, vai logo um deles cobrir a baliza, mano. Foda-se, que estranho, mano.
But not only am I going to block your shot, but I'm going to get it speed at the same time. Please don't hit me.
I tried aiming away from him.
Medic!
Oh, that's bad.
Look at my hand.
But it would take a lot more than that to keep Mark Rober down, because it's not about how many times you fall, it's about how many times you get up. So I cleaned my wounds and courageously stepped back in the line of fire.
Let's see what you got. 66.
That's not bad.
Which was good, but not quite fast enough, so we had to keep trying.
Go! Wow! 67.
Which I'm assuming will be good enough for the top comment, but not good enough for our top speed.
Go! 71.
We now had the data to verify our design would actually work, which meant we were finally ready for a 10-second build montage.
This is 1-to-1, no?
Yeah, that checks.
Here's how it works. Those cameras we talked about all plug into a computer that figures out super quickly in real time where the ball is going to end up, and then it sends that answer to the pair of 50 horsepower motors right here and here. Then each of those motors is attached to a belt that whips our carriage-mounted goal to the exact spot the ball will be, plus or minus the width of a human hair. So all that was left to do now is to see if it actually worked.
Want to try to take a shot?
Do you want to try and block a shot? Hands away from the keyboard. Here we go.
Serra ali.
Oh, wow! Okay, Mark Rober.
Better luck next time, Mark Rober.
Porquê diz isso, Alex? Estava ao barrote aquela merda.
But appreciate how tricky that is. There is a ton of data with over 5,000 camera frames updating the goalie position real time every second. The only problem was this warehouse was basically in the middle of nowhere with zero internet. So I hit up my besties at T-Mobile and they hooked us up, which meant we were firing on all cylinders thanks to the best network in the US. For my second shot, I tried to get tricky with the off-speed kick.
Bring the heat.
3, 2, 1. Wow! Wow.
There's no fake outs.
You coded the Panenka, dang it!
There's no fool in this guy.
You wanna go again?
Finally, in frustration, I just reverted to raw power with a kick that would make Coach Landon very proud. So while it wasn't yet perfect, it was certainly looking very promising, even if I'd already identified a couple weaknesses.
Oh, shit. Hey, we weren't ready. Redo.
So to make sure we had truly worked out all the bugs before facing Ronaldo, we decided to gather real-world data by heading out to a local high school for some actual competition in the form of 5 shooters of increasing difficulty, culminating with the final boss, Destroying, aka the strongest leg on the internet. And we kicked things off with what was certainly the most intimidating opponent to date.
How fast can you kick?
Really fast.
Guess how fast Mark Rober can move?
How fast?
That fast. That's faster. All right, Science Bob, do the honors. Oh, yes!
Oh.
Better luck next time, Jonah.
Okay.
Now in hindsight, I do admit my round 1 Selly against Jonah might have been a bit extra.
That's right.
But regardless, it's on to round 2 versus Tori.
All right, Tori, what's your strategy?
Corners.
Which corner would you say?
Left.
She's going left.
No.
Tori, best of luck.
Concentration.
Oh, Tori! That was a good effort. Well played.
And with 2 of 6 down, I think it's worth pointing out, now that we were out in the field, I once again asked T-Mobile for an internet hookup. And that's when they suggested, why don't you just run the entire robot on 5G? And I said, well, in order to stop Ronaldo, it would need to start moving in less than 10 milliseconds. And that's 1/40th the time it takes to blink once, so there's no way wireless could keep up with that. And they said, actually it can. And I said, wow. And sure enough, it actually worked. So like before, the camera sees the ball, but now when the computer picks up where it's going, that signal flies through Google Pixel Rock in the tensor chip, ensuring super fast 5G speeds wirelessly through the air, across T-Mobile's portable private 5G network, straight into the robot, all in less than 10 milliseconds. Which means by the time your brain can even register the ball's moving, this robot has already moved to block it. Which is wild. Our third opponent, Kazushi, came in hot, making some very bold claims.
How fast can you kick?
Like 70 miles per hour.
Really? Kazushi, I'm gonna ask again, now that I'm holding a radar gun, how fast can you kick a soccer ball?
Like 60. And they just called your bluff. Placement.
All right, Kazushi, let's see your 60-mile-an-hour blast.
Actually, like, let's go 55.
Okay, 55. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah! Let's go!
Hello.
Unfortunately, my goalie couldn't keep a clean sheet due to some accuracy issues,
For the record, 54 miles per hour.
but failure is part of the process, so I took note and graciously moved on.
Get out of here, Kazushi. He walks at 2 miles an hour. I know that.
Our fourth kicker, Shinya, stepped up and just ripped a real beauty.
Grande defesa, man.
How did I save that?
No chance! Shinya, what the heck? You broke my left arm!
That's my bad.
I think it might have actually hit the post.
Honestly, that's better than scoring. I broke it.
Shinya, get off my field!
My robot counterpart was definitely starting to fall apart,
Sully, como é que é? Pô, mas está muito fixe, pô.
but my hope was he could keep it together for at least a few more saves.
Are you a lefty, Neo? He's not even saying, oh, Mark, he's tricking you. Let's
go, Neo.
He is left. No, he's right. Yeah, let's go!
Good save.
We got good news and bad news. We blocked the shot, but we seem to be losing material on each one.
Falling apart, man.
Neo, this is for you. That's a piece of me. Better luck next time, Neo.
Robot Mark Rober was on his last leg, but there was no time to tend to wounds when the final boss was waiting.
I've watched all these boys compete. I've seen them do their thing.
Yeah, but we've also been calibrating and learning ourselves.
I know, but you haven't seen a leg like mine before. Calibrate all you want.
First video of yours I saw, you bombed what would have been like a 70-yard field goal.
It's light work.
I mean, the wind was
How
a
you know? Were you
tailwind.
there?
I can see your shorts doing this. I've heard enough talk. Now I want to see the action.
So I gave him 3 tries, simple rules, best of 3 wins.
You're not gonna ask my strategy?
I don't need to know your strategy. You just kick it real hard.
See if you're ready for this mark.
Right at me. Oh, come on.
I want to test the body, see what the body.
Olha, boa cena, ricochete.
65 miles an hour, by the way.
Not bad, I'm just warming up. Let's try to hit 70 right here. Ooh.
Yeah, oh boy.
He blocked it though.
He blocked it!
But he's hurt. You gotta sub him.
I knew he should have used better glue.
Broke his robot, bro. This man spent months designing this thing, building this thing. He was bragging about carbon fiber this, steel foam this.
Think we might require a goalie swap.
So after a quick sub of my critically injured keeper, it all came down to this, the final shot. And with the score tied, it was winner takes all.
I think we need to move you closer.
Closer?
Robo goalie is optimized for the penalty kicks.
We'll see how optimized he is.
All right. Let's go!
And with an absolutely heroic effort, literally destroying himself to get an extra foot of reach,
Partiu
he made
Santos.
the save. Well,
Quer
almost
dizer,
made the
a
save.
bola entrou.
Optimized, huh?
So we have some strength issues. To be fair, I feel like the tracking is working well.
Yeah, it's been there every time.
But what do you think our chances are against Ronaldo?
If you fix the strength issues, I think he's got a pretty good shot against the GOAT.
While these real-world tests were encouraging, it was clear we still had a bit more work ahead of us. Ronaldo kicks even harder than D, so we'd clearly need to level up the robot's strength and durability. Dang it, he kicks hard. But even the speed and accuracy would need some work. For the strength issues, we knew from the beginning this would be a huge challenge, because to withstand an 80-mile-an-hour kick, it needed to be really strong. But the bulkier and stronger something is, the harder it is to move it quickly. But it's a trade-off, just like how it's harder for me to move this big, heavy bowling ball back and forth versus this lightweight, flimsy little ping pong ball. So to solve that, we just use an old trick I learned at NASA where you sandwich a piece of dense foam between two sheets of carbon fiber. And now you've got something that's really lightweight, weighing less than a gallon of milk, and yet, it's also super strong. Abs, baby! But this solution had one critical oversight, our attachment point. When we looked at the footage in slow motion, it was clear before the ball even made contact, the damage had already been done. And that's because we had to pull so hard on the goalie to get it moving that fast, we were peeling off the bracket and the whole back face in the process. So we reinforced the attachment of the bracket by adding 4 large diameter shear bolts and a carbon fiber cross member. And once we ran a test to simulate running the goalie with the old method
That'll do her.
versus the new method,
Yes.
it was clear this would make a huge difference.
Ship it.
To solve the accuracy issues, we doubled the number of cameras to 22, which means we've doubled the number of eyes.
Foda-se, mano, está a ser brutal, pô, eu estou a curtir bué do vídeo, mano. Já está aqui grande trabalho, mano. Mas já viram bem a trabalheira que está aqui para um vídeo de 26 minutos. Foda-se. Ganda loucura, mano. Está aqui muito trabalho, mano.
Looking for the ball stickers, so we no longer have the issue where we sometimes would lose sight of the ball. And finally, for the speed, we just pushed the motors to 250% of the standard power levels, which doubled the robot's speed to 41 miles per hour. So with all those fixes in place, it was time for one final test to see if we were finally ready to face Cristiano Ronaldo. And the early indicators pointed to yes, we were.
The brain is not meant to see things that large moving that fast.
It triggers your get out of here now response.
But just to be sure, we collected a few more data points.
I think I'm really liking our chances. I think this is ready for the pros.
And with that, let's go. We were off to Portugal. Ew.
Get it?
And it turns out Portugal's a beautiful country filled with really cool people. But unfortunately, we had no time to enjoy it because we had only one day to prepare to face off against their most famous countrymen. And out of the gate, disaster struck because once we got to the field and set things up, our goalie robot was basically missing every shot.
Wait, did it move?
No.
But did you want it to move?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Something is wrong.
We couldn't get a good read on the ball position because there was so much noise in the tracking signal. And this was really confusing because we hadn't changed anything.
I wonder what that noise is from. It's so clean when we were in the States, right?
I'm kind of surprised. I'm looking at sources of variability.
And so as we stepped through all the sources of variability one by one, we looked at the graph of the ball position from all the cameras and zoom all the way in, the ball seemed to be wiggling up and down just a tiny bit, about 1,500 times per minute, even though the ball itself was perfectly still. And 1,500 wiggles per minute coincidentally was the same RPM frequency of an engine you would find in a forklift that happened to be moving all around our field for the previous 3 hours. And that meant the motor vibrations were traveling through the tires, through the ground, and ever so slightly wiggling all 22 of our cameras, causing the super delicate tracking system to basically be useless. And so as soon as we cleared out the forklift, sure enough, the signal cleaned up perfectly, and we got back to blocking shots smooth as butter. For the most part. So while Ian stayed back to tackle that final bug in the code, I headed off to a Portugal World Cup qualifier game to do some last-minute recon on their star player before he would come over to meet our robot goalie after the match. Now, to be honest, I didn't learn much about Ronaldo's kicking game, but I did learn that his fans are very loyal.
Would you be really non-subscribed from Ronaldo for me?
Absolutely not.
Because I'm only 5 million subscribers away from passing him on YouTube, and suffice it to say,
No, absolutely no.
No.
I would not be getting myself any closer while in this country. But the good news is I know of another country.
Pois é. A T-Mobile não dá para usar cá, é. Mas aquilo não foi para nada, mano. Aquilo T-Mobile foi para um patrocínio, variado. Mas aquilo era um patrocínio, né?
That has 5 times the population.
Mas mesmo assim podes usar. Estás a usar T-Mobile mesmo de outra forma, né? Não sei como é que fazem isso, mas quer dizer, não dá, não. Mas não sei se não há T-Mobile noutros países aqui.
Of this one, so do your thing, Argentina. Now, seeing that I was mere hours away from the greatest showdown of my life, I headed back to the field to wait for Ronaldo to finish his game while I ran one final test. Because this is a super complicated robot that took a year to build, but if you want to know what it feels like to build an epic robot of your own, well, you're in luck with Hack Pack, where you get a really cool robot in a box delivered right to your door, and it will work right away with no programming required, unless you want to get creative, leveling up your robot's capabilities by tweaking the code, which we make really easy to do. Like with this desktop lamp that has its own personality, or this plant tank that will drive itself around the house to find the perfect sunny spot, as well as letting you know when it needs water. But then if you're just getting started on your journey of learning how to build anything you can dream up, with BuildBox you get a really fun mechanical tour each month where you build it alongside me and I teach you all the cool physics that make it work. On top of that, each month your box has the chance to contain the platinum ticket, and if you get it, then you're coming out to Crunch Labs to build and play with my team for a day. So if you're a kid and you're looking for something to put at the top of your Christmas list, or you're just looking to be the household hero by giving it to someone else, head to crunchlabs.com where we're giving away 2 free boxes for our holiday special, and where you'll find we finally completed our trilogy of creative engineering subscription box options, now ranging from ages 6 to 106. And now that the game was...
Olha, está-me a dar boa vontade de ver mais vídeos deste gajo. Eu curto estas merdas assim de tecnologia, o caralho.
Over, it was time to face Cristiano Ronaldo, the greatest soccer player of all time, a legend on the field. And oh my gosh, he's right here tying his shoes right in front of me. All of a sudden, this was real, it was happening, and I had to show him that I meant business. All right, Cristiano, I will bet you 5 million subscribers that you cannot score on me in goalie.
I'll give you 3 tries even.
That I don't score.
Yeah, and you won't score.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Now, of course, I didn't think I was going to stop all of them, but considering my lifetime of soccer experience, I wondered if I had a shot at stopping one. I mean, he is Cristiano Ronaldo, but I've been training my whole life.
Oh, 4, estás maluco? Há quantos anos? Por si 4 anos. Estamos atrasados 50 anos, né? Oh, Nuno, mas também, aí também não posso ser injusto porque, pá, não queres comparar, né? Mano, só no YouTube, qualquer gajo que tenha as mesmas views que eu ganha 15, 20, 30 vezes mais que eu, né? Só das minhas views do YouTube, do canal de clipes, eu só no YouTube na América devia ganhar 15 mil euros por mês, se calhar. Puta, mas é que é mesmo absurda a diferença, mesmo muito, 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 muito. Pá, esquece, eles ganham muito dinheiro, mano. Qualquer youtuber lá que tenha um mínimo de views, ganha bom dinheiro, mano. E o investimento consegue ser melhor, consegue-se investir muito mais e fazer muito mais qualidade, né? Apesar de é o que eu digo, em Portugal, claro que eu já falei isto várias vezes. Acho que apareceu aqui uma onda gigante de aceitação, tipo, mais vale fazer isto do que isto, porque quando eu invisto não dá tantas views e quando eu estou a fazer uma livezinha a jogar um jogo está tudo bem, partilho um casino e vou ali às compras ao supermercado e está feito. Sim, tem a ver com o dinheiro. Não entendes o porquê, mano, é básico, mano. Quem patrocina em Portugal são as marcas em Portugal. O YouTube funciona como um leilão. Porque é que eu agora em dezembro vou ganhar muito mais? Em dezembro, por exemplo, com as mesmas views, tu não tens... A view não é certa. Não é tipo... 1000 views este dinheiro. Por exemplo, eu agora em dezembro, com as mesmas views, vou buscar 2000 e tal euros em vez dos 1000 e poucos regulares que eu costumo ir buscar. E em dezembro, se tiver as mesmas views, vou buscar 2000 e tal. Porque vai haver 50 vezes mais marcas a publicitar agora a casa do Natal. E o YouTube funciona como um leilão. É um leilão que tipo, eu pago X por estas views, eu pago X por estas views. Aquilo é, quanto mais marcas, mais o valor custa. Então, como em Portugal não temos tanta marca a publicitar, não há tanto dinheiro no YouTube. Nos Estados Unidos existem milhões de marcas e muito mais pessoas a ver também, né? Muito mais views, muito mais pessoas, muito mais marcas. Então, o valor por view só para caraças. E é o normal de... Sim, podes estar em Portugal a ganhar de lá também há merdas a fazer dessa forma e caralho, só que tens que, por exemplo, ao Caruça, ele está sempre a ver vídeos em inglês, dá-me bué da graça quando ele está ao pé de mim, ele está sempre a ver vídeos em inglês por causa dos tutoriais e o caralho, está-lhe sempre a aparecer anúncios americanos, é como se ele estivesse lá. Pá, se tivesse um público americano, estás a ganhar muito mais, né? Lá está, é a luta, é a oferta, é a quantidade de pessoas que metem, mano, mas é mesmo... absurdo mesmo a diferença. Muito, muito, muito. Como é que é, Marcos?
For this moment. Oh, wow. Oh, that's not good.
Okay, obviously I wasn't going to be able to block all of them.
I'm not even wearing gloves. Ah!
Or even two.
That was like an inch gap. Okay.
But now
I know your tells.
I had a shot at getting one. Because having seen Cristiano's form hitting both the left and the right, I had a chance to study his body language to figure out which direction he was going to.
Again, the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You even told me. That's disappointing.
One more?
No. I actually have something else I want to show you over here.
It was time to introduce Ronaldo to my guest of honor, in front of half the Portugal national soccer team he brought over with him. No biggie.
All right, Cristiano, when I said you couldn't score on me, I meant you couldn't score on my robot.
And I held for applause.
Mano, no outro dia mano, eu fico chocado como é que há pessoas, mano, que não conseguem valorizar e não ficar chocados com o Cristiano Ronaldo, mano. E fico chocado mais ainda com brasileiros quando fazem aqueles tops de jogadores que conseguem dizer que o Neymar foi mais jogador que o Cristiano Ronaldo, mano. Foda-se. O Neymar nem no seu prime conseguiu ser mais jogador que o Cristiano Ronaldo, nem é puto. E depois, o Cristiano Ronaldo do Manchester, mano, era impressionante, puto. Um gajo como ele no Manchester, eu queria ver o Neymar transformar a sua qualidade para depois passar a ser um ponta de lança matador, porque começa a ficar mais velho e estudar e começar a dar bem de cabeça e começar a ser... Mano, é impressionante. Este gajo era um extremo puro, com uma classe do caso, com uma técnica brutal, uma velocidade, é um extremo mesmo puro, tipo Nani e por aí afora, e modifica o seu corpo para passar a ser ponta de lança porque sabe que vai conseguir durar mais anos nesse nível de futebol. Isto é uma cena impensável, mano. Este gajo passou de ser um Nani, um Yamal, para passar a ser um Ibrahimovic. É uma coisa mesmo... Dois jogadores completamente... Parece que temos um Cristiano Ronaldo de uma fase e um Cristiano Ronaldo de outra. Este gajo conseguiu transformar-se. Mais ainda chocante é conseguir, numa era com muito mais dificuldade, ele passou 2 ou 3 eras de grandes craques e a gente mete a lista dos jogadores com mais gols do pé esquerdo de todos os tempos, e o Cristiano Ronaldo está em terceiro, mano. E vai passar o Salah. De todo o mundo, tens Messi em primeiro, que é pé esquerdo, segundo o Salah, e em terceiro lugar o Cristiano Ronaldo com mais gols de pé esquerdo, mano. É impressionante, puto. E quem não fica louco com isto? Isto é de loucos, mano. É de loucos, puto. Tu seres o terceiro jogador do mundo inteiro com mais gols do pé esquerdo é uma coisa impressionante.
As did my robot. But Cristiano seemed less than impressed.
It looks big, eh?
Yeah, he's a little bigger than me.
Yeah.
You want to see how fast it moves?
Yes.
Okay, Ian, we good? Let's show him. Do it one more time.
Very fast.
It's pretty fast. The robot is better than me.
So let's try.
Ronaldo
Já de
was
cabeça na lista, já sabem em que lugar é que ele está de cabeça. Caso não sei. Qual a lista dos maiores goleadores de sempre de cabeça no futebol? Podes crer. Cristiano Ronaldo, 156. Foda-se. Primeiro lugar, com mais gols de cabeça. Mano. Sendo que metade da sua carreira foi a extremo. Foda-se. Isto é impressionante. Puto. Como é que as pessoas não dizem, mano, isto é uma coisa... E vêm aqueles brasileiros que metem a lista dos jogadores, metem o Neymar, o Pelé, o caralho, o Romário, e depois dizem, o primeiro a sair é o Cristiano Ronaldo. Moço, tu és doente, mano. Lista de jogadores com mais golos de pé esquerdo. É impressionante, depois dos 30, mano. Ele tem mais gols depois dos 30 que outras pessoas como tem na carreira inteira, né? Isto já está mal. Isto já está mudado. Estes gajos, ele não tem as cenas destes tempos, que eu estive a ver a lista há pouco tempo. Ele já está aqui, em terceiro. Isto deve estar mais antigo. Ele tem 130 e tal, já. Está aqui 135, ou que é, 137. Ele acabou de passar o Griezmann há pouco tempo. Estive a ver, agora saiu há pouco tempo a lista atualizada. E o gajo está para aí, e o Salah já tem mais. Ele está para aí a 7 ou 8 do Salah. E digo-te uma coisa, cá para mim que vai passar o Salah. É impressionante, mano. Mano, isto é uma cena de loucos, mano. Como é que é possível, mano? Que perre.
This game.
Here we go.
I wanted to get started pretty far away from the goalie.
Estou a aquecer ainda, estou a...
Vai lá ver o vlog, está incrível, meu puto. Pé esquerdo 181, disseste tu. 181. Então o Salah já deve ter mais aqui também. Então isso deve estar bué desatualizado então. Eu pensei que fosse 150 e tal. O Salah deve ter 190, ou o que é. Porque eu sei que o Ronaldo, eu vi há pouco tempo, estava a 7 do Salah ou a 6. Não sei se não... acho que vai acabar por passar.
All right, Cristiano, we are ready.
Okay.
It was time for Ronaldo to face some cold hard engineering.
Hey!
Let me do another one just to see.
And his first kick didn't offer him up any clues.
Do you have a strategy now? What do you think?
We need to... I don't know. Let me try again.
That was fast.
Agora vou-lhe dar com força, para ver.
Mas ele está todas de esquerda ou está ao contrário a câmara?
Oh!
A câmara deve estar ao contrário, não é?
So is he
No início deve estar...
better than me?
Deve estar ao contrário.
Ronaldo kept trying to go at it full force and quickly realized this was not going to be an easy fight.
I like that you're stretching now.
Yeah.
Está mesmo
Olha lá,
estado de esquerda.
porrada.
But the only thing taking a beating was Ronaldo standing amongst his teammates.
Queres tentar?
So I took a shot on my own.
If you keep going, you might tire him out. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Until he gently suggested I shut my mouth,
Oh!
which left quite an impression.
Wow. That would have broken a nose.
The goalie robot looked to be unbeatable, which was a huge relief because
Vou ao estádio ver o Benfica Sporting, vou, mas ficar fora para não andar a azar ao jogo. Vou lá ao estádio, mas tipo não entro na cena. Tipo, vou ao estádio, fico cá na bancada, depois tipo fico a beber copos no bar e não entro no estádio, porque este ano o meu ranking é 2 derrotas e um empate. Por isso eu vou ao estádio e fico nas relotes. Fico nas relotes, depois vou lá dentro, tipo, mas fico sempre naquela cena das casas de banho, caralho, quando houver gol, se houver gol, grito. E fica ali fora, não fica dentro do estádio.
Shipping the robot over here, one of the carriage rails got slightly damaged, and this meant sometimes it would stop short of the goalpost on kicks placed to the right. But thankfully, it didn't seem to be an issue after all.
You think he could be on the Portuguese team?
Yes, better than Diogo.
It seemed like his theory was that the cameras were tracking his body to predict the ball direction before he kicked it. So he ran a simple test.
Oh! Panenka! The stunner!
But then he seemed to have a new plan,
A bola tem sensor, não é ele. Ele sente a bola a sair.
because he stopped using his kicks to try and beat the robot and started using his kicks to try and find a weakness.
Vou tentar diferente agora.
Ai! That had potential.
Ser naquele
Agora tá
cantinho
da
ali.
direita.
Tens de tentar colocá-la. Bate-lhe aqui.
Okay, I'm getting nervous.
Let me try again.
Okay.
Last one. É isso que eu vou fazer.
All right, ready when you are.
Foda-se, o homem cria um mau ambiente na seleção e o caralho, foda-se.
The funny thing about lifelong dreams is they always involve a bunch of unexpected twists and turns on the pathway up the mountain that often end up being some of the best moments.
Mas é top, é impossível.
And even when the view at the top isn't exactly what you first pictured,
Thank you, buddy. Really appreciate it, Ronaldo.
And very good, Very good even.
Okay.
Very nice.
it means you can now see a bunch more mountaintops you could potentially climb next. But those will have to wait for another video.
Foda-se. Nasas e o... Foda-se.
Ronaldo é nasas e o caralho, pô.
This holiday season,
Ronaldo é da malta, caralho. Opa. Nasas e o caralho, foda-se. Foda-se. Rasguei logo o Zorlac todo ao Marcos, não viste? Para baixar logo a bola. Mano, eu já falei com o Miguel Paixão, para agora tipo na cena do paddle, se calhar vou fazer lá um vídeo com o Ronaldo. E se calhar fazíamos tipo, já lhe disse, do outro collab, para ajudar o Ronaldo também a crescer um bocadinho mais, para dar mais uns subs ao Ronaldo. E disse-lhe, mano, olha, estás à vontade, agora também existe o collab no YouTube. A gente faz o vídeo e pá, do outro collab, para também cresceres um bocado e ganhasse um par de subs e o caralho. Acho que não custa nada, também somos portugueses. E se estou cá mais tempo no YouTube, também acho que devo dar a mão ao pessoal que está a começar no YouTube. E acho que sempre fui assim, e a minha maneira de ser é esta, não me importa nada. Porque acho que, pá, quando somos portugueses, mano, temos que ajudar os outros. Temos que ajudar, mano. E não me custa nada dar a mão. Podemos fazer uma collab, qual é que é o problema? Um dia, também gostava que outras pessoas tivessem-me dado a mão na altura que eu comecei no YouTube. E se calhar ninguém me deu, mas eu, como sinto que o Cristiano precisa, mano, não me custa nada. Uma collabzinha, para fazer o gajo crescer, para ver se passamos o MrBeast, caralho. Mano, foda-se. Então um gajo tem que ser humilde nestas alturas, caralho. Estamos aí, meus meninos do YouTube. Beijinhos a todos e até à próxima. React.
Os que querem falar mal de mim, é porque também queriam ser assim. Todos querem vir comer do meu pudim, Não há espaço para espinhos no meu jardim. Não.